My name is Nariko Sai, and today we are reacting to Moreparz.
Australia just found a new spider that yeets bugs.
What? What?
Yeah, as if the country was not covered in enough fucking spider spawners, our scientists have discovered the brand new ballista spider. Because they didn't think that maybe, just maybe, we already have a fucking enough of those. However, this 8-legged DLC stands out from the default eldritch horrors covering the country because
I hate spiders. I
I'm
hate
not making
spiders.
this up, I promise. They basically use Scooby-Doo traps to send ants to fucking space.
What do you?
And today, gang, I'm going to teach you how the fuck that works. Our target is specifically the green tree ant. Because ballista spiders are picky eaters who won't fucking touch anything else.
Okay.
And step one for grabbing their dino nuggies is the boring bit. Spinning up a normal bone fucking stock web. Foundation way, we can get to the fun bit. The ballista spider lowers itself around 30 centimetres to a nearby leaf or branch, stands there, runs some mathematical equations for trajectory and velocity, and then marks an anchor point. Once that point is marked, it will spend the next 4 hours spinning silk between the anchor and a nearby branch, pulling it tighter and tighter, essentially spinning up a comedically large spring. Then they coat the anchor point with pheromones, essentially spraying a giant fucking free candy sign onto it, and they just piss off into the trees and wait. Meanwhile, a green tree ant walking by just happens to notice, well, look at that totally not suspicious construction that says free candy. Well, I've got nothing better to do for the evening. I guess I'll just wander on over here and just have a good old bit of a ball.
Where'd he go?
The second those mandibles nicked the spring, it snapped, grabbing the ant and instantly accelerating it with 140 Gs of force.
Oh, what the
That is 15 times what a fucking fighter jet pilot experiences at maximum Gs. The ant then sails through the air in a beautiful arc before slamming directly into the waiting spider web and fucking dying. Did you know Australia has the world's longest highway?
Huh? Oh!
Yeah, this fucking odyssey of a road is Highway 1.
Highway 1, okay.
So fucking long.
Is that Johnny Sims?
Just telling you the length in numbers doesn't capture how fucking ridiculous this thing is. So, to better illustrate my point, let me take you on a bit of a road trip. Our journey starts in Melbourne, Victoria, where you're going to hop in your Ford Falcon and pull onto the highway, beginning your journey to Mordor. And you're going to begin that journey with a light 10 hours of driving west, crossing your first state border into South Australia, and passing through that state's capital, Adelaide, the birthplace of Hollow Knight.
What, are we going to fight the sun?
Oh, wait, really?
When you're done fighting the sun, you are going to continue west until you hit the fun part, Western Australia.
Literally just
You are then going to drive 38 fucking hours through a featureless desert without ever leaving the state. Through the state capital, Perth, and then past the mines.
Is this where they mine the opal?
Then you're going to hang a right into the Northern Territory, past about 7 million crocodiles.
Wait, so is this highway just actually like a full-blown circle? Is this a Mario Kart World Circuit? Is this Mario Kart?
Before you will hit Queensland, where you're going to drive through a combination of LA and Las Vegas while trying to avoid hurricanes and every animal in the country.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Then you're going to head south into New South Wales and through Sydney, where you can take a look at all of the standard tourist shit and marvel at how truly f***ed the housing market is.
What?
Once you're done there, you are going to completely avoid the capital state and city of the country, Canberra, because it's f***ing boring and everyone knows it. The only cool thing there is a f***ing slide. And then, after 3 full months of driving and a f***ing lap of the country, you will arrive back in the vape capital, Melbourne.
It's a Mario Kart circuit.
Where you're still not done.
What?
Because you then need to drive onto a boat, cross one of the roughest oceans on the planet, and then drive 3 more hours, which will land you in my home city of Hobart, where, after 14,000 kilometres, you will encounter the final boss of Australia, Neil the Seal.
Neil! Yeah! I love Neil the Seal. Yeah!
Oh, you died? You got to go back to the start. Did you know Australia has the...
What do you mean? I have to respawn?
Hey, did you know wolves and ravens could be best buddies?
Bro, I knew I liked you, dude. Come here.
Yeah, and when I say friends, I don't mean they wave at one another while crossing the streets. No. I mean they have a fucking symbiotic relationship.
We are venom.
You see, ravens are scavengers, which means part of their food source is picking dead bodies clean that are left by other predators. And ravens are also very smart. And they're smart enough to know that one of the best sources of these leftovers is following around a wolf pack. So to help that process along, the raven turns itself into a fucking surveillance drone. See, in order to help the wolves out, they will fly up into the air and use their Google Maps view to locate a succulent, defenseless meal. And once they find Bambi, the raven will start spam-pinging the fuck out of it, circling it and flying back and forth between the wolf pack and their Disney meal, all while screeching at the top of their lungs, "He's down here!" The wolf pack will then take the hint their feathered friend is trying to give them, walk over and, cancel the Bambi sequel. Which then allows the raven to pick at the leftovers. Kind of like the broke mate who asks if you're going to finish that. It's not just a work friendship, though. No. Ravens babysit wolf pups.
What?
They are the animal equivalent of the guy who is
They're a
not
nanny?
related to you at all, but your kids still call him uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah, ravens have been seen
That's
playing
normal.
games with wolf pups. They use sticks to play tug of war, playfully swoop the pups and get them to try to bite, and they even play fucking tag together. I'm not gonna lie, that's gotta be one of the cutest things that naturally occurred.
That is adorable.
I could make a fucking kids cartoon out of that.
You're my friend now. We're having
soft
tacos
tacos
later.
later.
Hey, did you know wolves and ravens could be best buddies?
Bro,
Have you ever wondered what would happen if God took a seal, jammed it full of steroids, and gave it a mouthful of razors? The answer is this fucking demon.
It's
That
scary.
demon has a name. It's a leopard seal.
Oh, I didn't know their
You
teeth
can
were
find
that
them stalking
big.
the waters in Antarctica, and what makes them special is they are the only species of seal to be considered an apex predator. What does that mean? They are so fucking...
I keep seeing. Must have been the wind. It must have been the wind. It must have been the wind. It must have been the wind.
scary that nothing hunts them. They are the fucking Dark Souls boss of their ecosystem. And once you look at them, pretty easy to see why, because to start with, they're fucking huge.
Damn, boy, he's thick.
They are 3 meters long and weigh in at 600 kilos.
They're huge.
But the
I didn't know they
scary
were
thing
that
about
big.
That isn't that it's the same weight as 3 grand pianos. It's that despite being heavier than a vending machine, if it wanted to eat you, you would never see it or hear it coming. See, this ocean
That actually
dinosaur
scared me.
has two ways of hunting. The first is it'll wait for you to get in the water and swim you down at 40 kilometers an hour. But the other way they hunt? Jump scares. Let me paint you a picture. You are a penguin walking across the ice with your buddies, and there's a crack that you need to hop across to continue. And so, bloke in front of you walks up to the edge, eyes the gap, goes to jump, and... Yet the leopard seal that currently has your mate in his mouth has been patiently camping under the ice for the past 3 hours, waiting for you to get close enough to be snatched into the KFC bucket. And if the bite from the mouthful of combat knives doesn't finish you, the seal thrashing the body back and forth like a rag doll, skinning it alive and flinging its limbs all over the place as the other penguins watch, probably does.
That's horrifying.
This tiny bug can kill you with a hamburger.
Okay, wait,
This
what?
nasty little fucker is a Lone Star tick. You can find them in the United States of America and Mexico.
Yeah,
and
America!
you may be wondering, how does a hamburger become a murder weapon? Well, considering Lone Stars are only 3 millimeters long, we can safely rule
They're
out
really
the thing
small.
picking up a cheeseburger and fucking beating you to death with it.
Okay.
What the tick will do, however, is bite you. And that bite is what begins the hamburger to homicide domino effect.
What? I'm so confused on where this is going.
You see, Lone Star ticks are parasites, and they're aggressive ones at that. They are one of the only species of tick that can catch your scent and run you down just to take a bite. And when those fangs sink into you, you will feel nothing. The bite itself is painless. The bastard will latch onto you for up to 7 days, sucking the blood out of you and inflating itself like a fucking balloon before rolling his fat ass away. The problem is, while it was there, planted a fucking bomb.
What?
But that bomb has a long fuse. In fact, you'll be completely fine for about a month.
For a
Until
month?
one day, you go on a Macca's Mish with the boys and decide to grab yourself a succulent cheeseburger.
Yeah.
And it's not even the first cheeseburger you've had in the last month. So you suck that shit down like Kirby and think nothing of it. Till around 6 hours later, when it starts to get a little bit hard to breathe. Super cool Lone Star tick fact. Their bites can give you this nifty little thing called alpha-gal syndrome. What's that? Oh, you know, it's just a complete fucking allergy to red meat. It takes about a month to kick in, but when it does, eating it causes vomiting, diarrhea, and in some cases, anaphylaxis, which is why your throat is closing up and you are collapsing to the
I'm very lucky that I carry an EpiPen wherever I go.
floor due to
I'm like
oxygen
allergic to
deprivation
everything.
caused by a fucking Big Mac.
Why is he moaning like that? What?
This fish has a gun.
Oh, fun.
This bad boy is an archerfish, and based on
It's
the description,
archerfish!
you'd probably assume that
I
phase
love them.
fins here is found in the US, because, you know.
I love these!
But no, it may come as a shock to you, he's actually Australian. And now that you've got that piece of
He's
information,
Australian?
it should come as absolutely no fucking surprise to you when I tell you the reason it's packing heat is bugs.
Oh yeah, it like fires water
these
at
bad
him, right?
boys love eating insects. And specifically, they quite enjoy bugs found in the air or on land. And as the 9,000 IQ individuals among you may have figured out, that's a problem because it's a fucking fish.
Hello, how are you? I'm
under the
water.
Last I checked, the motherfucker can't just swim through the air, which is why it's running a ranged build. But when I said gun, I meant less buying a deagle and more a super soaker. See, when an archerfish spots a happy meal hovering over the water, they will gently float their way up to just below the surface. They then lock onto their target, adjust for wind, and then suck in the water and spit it up to 3 fucking meters, nailing the target. And as it turns out, water gun is a super effective move.
Oh.
Knocking the insect into the water, where the archerfish just swims over and grabs it like a fucking snack. The thing that cracks me up about this is that, yeah, they do it to put food on the table. They can also do it purely to fuck with people.
Oh.
This fish...
So they'd use it to like defend themselves when they're scared, I guess, right?
This spider is a cowboy.
I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that.
This is a bowler spider.
I don't like it.
And you can probably find one in your backyard because they are fucking everywhere.
I hate
USA, Mexico, South America, Madagascar, and of course, Australia. And the reason I'm calling it a cowboy is because it uses its web like a lasso.
Huh?
You see, where a standard spider sweats its ass
too
off,
chonky.
spinning thousands of strands into some elaborate art piece, hoping that a fly headbutts it. The bowler spider does not with that complicated bullshit, and it spins up a single strand of web with a sticky bit at the end, kind of like one of those plastic hands you used to get as a kid.
Yeah.
And instead of praying to God that a fly shows up, the bowler spider has a guaranteed way to grab a meal. Seduction.
What? Ew.
You see, these bad boys can produce chemicals that perfectly mimic the pheromones
It kinda looks like boobies.
of a female moth looking to reproduce.
What? Ah!
The males then catch the scent of the hot single moths in your area ad and float towards it like a pie on the windowsill. However, upon arrival, they do not find their moth bride. They actually find something that looks suspiciously like a strand of spiderweb. And while our moth
Suspiciously?
friend here is trying to come to terms with the fact that he's been catfished,
Oh, poor guy.
Something ain't right.
the bolus tosses out that web strand, sticks it to the moth, and fucking takes him,
Just take them.
dragging the very confused and probably still a little aroused moth into the branches, where it is bitten and pumped full of poison. I'm sorry, man, that's so fucking funny. Old mate thought he was going to continue his bloodline, and I just know on the way up to the spider, he was talking like,
So no head?
this spider is a cowboy.
I don't like how it looks. It's so scary.
This spider is
Why are there so many spiders?
a vampire.
Wait.
Just not the way you think it is. This adorable little guy is literally called a vampire spider. And as you may expect, and for something named after Dracula, it craves one thing: blood.
Ooh.
Just one teeny little problem with that. They can't fucking get it themselves.
What?
You see, vampire spiders are a species of jumping spider. And jumping spiders basically never bite people or other mammals. Second off, they don't even have the right equipment to get your blood out.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
Because I didn't call it a little guy for nothing. They are only a completely average 0.3
So
inches
average. That's
wide.
very average.
They
Very
straight
average.
do not have the strength
That is
or
so average.
length to penetrate your skin. So that begs the question, where the fuck do they get their blood? I mean, what could a spider possibly get its hands on that carries
it
human
kills
blood?
mosquitoes.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's fucking mosquitoes.
Wait, I
The
love
vamp
this thing.
spiders specifically target these annoying fuckers, but not just mozzies
Wait,
in
I
general.
love them.
No, they wait for them to bite something first.
Oh, okay. They're part of the scheme.
And then once they've completed the blood heist and try to make off with the goods, the vamp spider hits the mozzie with a "the f*** do you think you're going?" and jumps it, murdering the mosquito and sucking the blood out as a sweet treat. I guess if it's a vampire that kills vampires, it's less Dracula and more a blade spider.
Yeah. I was like so on board when I was talking about like that they kill the mosquitoes, but the fact that they're kind of working with them. I don't know if I trust them. VIP the spider. Moderate this spider right now.
Everyone fucking hates this guy for a really good reason.
Huh?
You see,
This is about Guy?
Twit is Igor Litvinchuk. And while on holiday in Hawaii, a local caught him in 4K throwing a fucking rock at the head of a Hawaiian monk seal called Lani.
What are you doing?
Now, stoning wildlife already qualifies you as a
what is
grade
wrong
A
with him?
pump action. But this is especially heinous because the Hawaiian monk seal is critically endangered. There's only around
Isn't that a federal
1,500 of
offense
them
now?
left. Now, when locals rightfully tore him a new asshole and told him he was going to be fined for it, his response was, "I'm rich. I don't care."
I hate
just
that.
want to talk to him.
As it turns out, the walking ad for birth control here probably should have paid attention because that shit went triple platinum viral and started a domino effect that wrecked his fucking life.
I mean, kind of good.
He got
Kind of
doxxed.
deserved.
The 2 trucking companies he owns got review bombed into the fucking floor. And he pissed off the mayor of Maui so badly that he has personally directed the state and federal government to throw the book at the cunt. He is facing a minimum of a $70,000 fine and a year in prison. But charges take a while
a
to
year
stick,
is
and
not
he
that
could
much.
still wriggle out of them with a good lawyer.
Hi, I'm Saul Goodman.
Which is why, while he was trying to walk back to his hotel, someone who I will be referring to as Hawaiian Batman jumped
Batman
him and beat the fucking brakes off of him. Now, I would never condone vigilante violence, and neither does the Hawaiian government. But when they were investigating this incident, no one who saw it, for the life of them, could identify who did it. It must have been the wind.
It must have been the wind. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's exactly
So,
what happened.
They never caught the guy. However, Hawaiian Senator Brenton Awa, after also making it clear that he doesn't condone violence,
Our attorney over here wants to make it clear we don't condone violence. But
wrote the guy a letter of recognition for protecting the environment and dubbed him the ambassador of Aloha. Which, first of all, fucking based. But second, when they give the dude that bashed you an award, that is the universe telling you that you're a waste of air that should have been blown into a crusty sock, you
Hurting animals, there's no excuse. Like, people who do that are terrible.
A lot of people are scared of spiders. But did you know spiders are also scared of spiders? More specifically, this fucking demon.
What is that?
That is an assassin spider.
No,
and
that
as
is
with
not a
most
spider.
things that make you physically recoil from the screen, yeah, it's found in fucking
Bro,
Australia.
it looks like a xenomorph.
Which makes a lot of sense when you learn that this ET-looking motherfucker
I don't
was
like
designed
it.
in a lab by God himself for one purpose: turning their extended family tree into a fucking McDonald's menu.
Let me get a...
These things eat exclusively other spiders, and the way they execute their cousins is by using their own tools against them. See, they start their hunts by finding a succulent arachnid meal hanging out in its web. The assassin walks over and starts playing that silk like it's fucking Guitar Hero.
Oh my god,
The
it
victim-
is.
And yes, the spider in this situation is a fucking victim, feels those vibrations in its web, and assumes the fly it door-dashed earlier has arrived, gets up off the couch, and goes to grab its food. However, when they reach the front door, and this fucking demon from the seventh circle kicks it down, they realise there is no DoorDash. They are the DoorDash.
And before the victim can fucking blink, the assassin stabs it through the chest.
Because apparently the circle of hell this thing crawled out of is fucking London. And
London
once the victim
spider.
is firmly impaled, it uses that
Ew.
long-ass neck and oversized jaws
What
to
is
lift
that?
it off
It
the
doesn't look
ground
real.
so it can't fight back while it is pumped full of venom.
Once that happens, the assassin spider just fucking holds the victim there, stone cold staring at it as the life slowly fades from its eyes.
I didn't know spiders could have necks.
I am reporting live from a dead whale. But why am I here?
Aren't those like explosive?
Well, the year is 1970 in the town of Florence, Oregon, where a 14-meter,
Oregon.
8-ton dead sperm whale has spawned on the beach.
It just
And
spawned
the reason
there?
that is a problem, beyond smelling like shit, is that when you leave a dead whale microwaving in the sun for too long, they have a chance to explode.
Yeah.
So, this raised the problem. How the fuck do you get rid of an 8-ton dead body? Because that big bastard's not fitting in the boot. Well, at the time, the Florence beach was the responsibility of the roadworks department.
The roadworks department, however, had no fucking clue how to fix that, so they held
Yeah.
a meeting to figure it
I
out.
would have no idea
What if we lift it up
either.
onto a truck? Our crane is rated for a ton. That thing weighs 8. You're like you trying to squat a fucking elephant. What else? What if we cut it up with chainsaws? What part of it explodes did you not understand? What if we blow it up?
You're a genius.
Fuck, it's genius. I didn't know I think of that.
So, Roadworks called the Navy and asked if they were allowed to fucking atomize it. And this, being the USA, the Navy
love
fucking
America.
approved it. Which is why I am
Yeah.
now standing here with a giant crowd of spectators and a bloody news crew in front of a whale stuffed to the fucking blowhole with TNT. I mean, what could possibly
We
go
go wrong.
Well, as it turns out, no one on the road crew had a fucking clue how much TNT to use.
What?
We're not
What?
sure just exactly how much explosives it'll take.
So to make sure it got rid of the whale, they used 500
What?
kilos. That's what could go wrong. The
I feel like they just wanted to blow something up, and this was their perfect excuse. This was their once-in-a-lifetime excuse to blow something up.
crowd looked up in horror
As whale
whale
rained
chunks
down. Yeah.
were launched 250 meters into the air. Everyone was coated in a fine mist of rotting flesh as they ran for their lives to avoid being crushed by falling pieces of Mr. Krabs' daughter. And while no humans were squashed, one piece of whale crushed a man's fucking car.
What?
The funniest part is even after enough TNT to level a house, they did it wrong so it didn't get rid of the whole whale. They still had to fucking bury it. I am reporting.
I think they just wanted to blow something up. I'm gonna be honest.
This is the world's most poisonous bird, which is weird
a poisonous
considering
bird?
it does not naturally produce any toxins
I'm assuming it eats something
whatsoever.
poisonous, right?
So how the fuck does that work? Well, this flying carrot is a hooded pitohui, and it's basically nature's version of Kirby. But
Ah!
not because they eat a lot. No, this little guy was discovered in Papua New Guinea back in the late 1980s by a scientist named Jack Dumbarker. And while handling the pitohui in the field for his research, he very scientifically discovered a super cool bird fact. Touching them made his skin tingle like TV static before it went numb and then started to fucking burn.
What?
Upon further research, he discovered that that may possibly have been because the secret herbs and spices God used to coat this sentient KFC bucket
from beak to talon was fucking batraka toxin. The
What is
same
that?
shit that coats poison dart frogs.
What?
Otherwise known as one of the most potent neurotoxins on the entire fucking planet. Because of course
And they
it's
gave
fucking
it to a
neurotoxin. I
bird?
cannot go 5 minutes without it being fucking neurotoxin. But like I said, they don't naturally produce it. No, they eat it.
Do they eat the frog?
See, these fuckers love to eat these things called merillid beetles.
Oh.
And those beetles
Ew.
evolved batraka toxin specifically to avoid being eaten. That sign, however, did not stop the pitohui, because it can't fucking read. Also, they have poison immunity. So, they
They
eat
just have
the
poison
bugs,
immunity?
absorb their poison build, and redistribute it to their feathers and skin. Now, any parasites that bite them fucking die, touching them hurts you, and anything dumb enough to eat this forbidden zinger box enters the forbidden sleep.
Oh. What do you mean by the bird is immune to poison?
Did you know that whales can explode?
Yes!
Yeah, these bad boys can
Boom,
turn themselves
boom.
into an all-natural IED, but they can't explode on command like
Oh.
a creeper. No, in order to pull or explode, it needs to be fucking dead first. In fact, it's got to die in a very specific way. See,
Oh.
usually when a whale carks it, that fucker sinks like a stone and gets hoovered up by bottom feeders. But if it
Okay.
manages to wash up on shore or it dies by beaching itself, there's nothing to eat it. No, what that house-sized corpse does do is sit there frying in the fucking sun, starting to rot.
Ugh.
Now, a fun fact about rotting corpses, they go through this cool process called putrefaction. Basically, all the bacteria in your gut start to break down your flesh, which produces a shitload of different gases.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
if
yeah.
nothing punches a hole in the whale, that gas has nowhere to go. So the corpse begins to swell and inflate like a fucking balloon.
Oh, I didn't know I had that mod on.
And it will fill with gas until its body can't fucking take it anymore, at which point it basically becomes a fucking boomer from Left 4 Dead.
We got a boomer.
The force
Oh,
of the gas can
God.
cause the skin to split and then Free Willy explodes all over the fucking beach. But anyone touching it could cause it to explode as well. Which is why
they're just
if you see
floating
a whale corpse on the beach,
bombs?
whatever you do not fucking touch it. Hey, I just told you, don't fucking touch it.
We're all covered in whale!
Did you know that whales can explode? I can fix your fear of snakes with this ridiculous creature.
What is that?
No, that is not a snake skin sock puppet.
It looks
That is an
fake.
actual, real animal on this planet, and it's called the Arabian sand boa.
That's a
And
boa?
you may be wondering, why does he look like that?
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Well, no. As much as it
Wait,
looks
that
like
happened
it,
at the same
God
time.
did not design this thing in the Spore Creature Creator after 10
He looks like
fucking
the
years.
long-snouted dog.
No, it looks like a strand of spaghetti with googly eyes for camouflage. So,
Pick
I'm going to
100.
give you exactly one guess as to where an animal called the Arabian sand boa is found.
Desert?
That's
Literally
right,
anywhere else.
the
Probably the
deserts
desert.
of the Arabian Peninsula. If you got that wrong, I don't know what to fucking tell you, man.
You stupid.
They're not.
And in order to
not
survive in that
21.
air fryer, the sock here needs two things. Food, and not to be turned into food.
Wouldn't.
Which is rather hard, considering this is not a fucking danger noodle, okay?
Oh my god.
This
Wait,
is...
it has like an overbite. It looks like it's doing the freaking duck lips. It looks like it wants to give me a smooch.
a defenseless noodle.
Help me.
It is only 15 inches long, it has no venom, and the bite
What?
of an old lady without her fucking dentures in. So how does it survive?
Oh.
Simple. Digs a fucking hole like a Night 1 Minecraft player.
It doesn't
See,
even have
they're
venom.
nocturnal, so during the day, they bury themselves completely in the sand, which allows them to take a nice little nap without getting snatched up by a fucking bird. Then, once night falls, those fuck-ass eyeballs finally serve a purpose beyond looking ridiculous. And that purpose is to sit just above the sand like a submarine periscope and scan for food. They then just wait for a mouse or lizard to get
How many days can they go without eating?
close before this vicious creature pops out of the sand like the worms from June and eats it. I'm sorry, I find the idea of this stupid fucking snake killing anything so funny.
I just don't
just
believe
imagine
it.
the last fucking thing you see before ascending to the pearly gates is fucking that.
It's adorable. It's so cute.
This is the world's most disgusting bee.
Disgusting.
Yeah, that is a vulture bee, found on the
Ew.
Tyrannid hive continent of South America. And
Is
you
that
are
a
probably
Warhammer
wondering,
reference?
what makes it so disgusting? And that's pretty easy to answer. It eats fucking rotten corpses.
Ew. What?
Well, at
Why?
least that's one thing that makes them gross. Yeah, the Left 4 Dead zombie diet is actually just the tip of the iceberg on how fucking disgusting these things get. But before you learn the rest, I gotta teach you about bees.
You like jazz?
See,
Birds
a
and
normal
bees?
beehive runs on two main resources, nectar and pollen. Nectar
yeah.
is used to create Winnie the Pooh's honey, and pollen is used as a source of protein. Now, the issue is vulture bees can collect nectar, but they are physically incapable of picking up pollen. So where do they get their protein? Well, basically, roadkill.
Ew.
Instead of flying around and looking for a lovely floral arrangement, vulture bees will surf the skies until they spot a rather delectable-looking maggot-ridden corpse, which they will then cave dive inside of through the fucking eye sockets. Oh yeah, I told you they got grosser, and this isn't even the worst bit. Because once they're inside, they treat your fucking corpse like the deli at the supermarket, rooting around for the cuts of meat that they're after. But for the same reason they can't carry pollen, they can't just take the fucking meat out in a shopping trolley. No, what they do is scarf down the stacks of rotten flesh like a Minecraft player who's run out of food, fly back home, walk through the front door, and vomit it into another bee's mouth. Okay, well, not straight into its mouth. They're not savages. It goes into a bowl first. And then another bee eats it. And mixes it with spit and nectar to turn it into a meat sludge that gets eaten by the other bees. Yeah, I hope you weren't planning on eating anything anytime soon.
Who wants chowder?
This is the
What is that thing? Oh, it's so cute. Wait, I don't know what this is, but it's so cute. I want it.
world's fastest chicken.
It's a chicken.
Yeah, this is the
Look at its tail.
Tasmanian native hen. Except no
so
one fucking calls it that shit. We call it the turbo chook. This
Turbo
bad
chook?
boy is from the land down under. More specifically, it's only found in my home state of Tasmania.
Ah.
And as you may have guessed by that nickname, Lightning McChicken here is built for exactly one purpose. Speed.
I am speed.
He's so cute.
But before I address it violating the speed limit, I've got to address the fact that it's a fucking fraud. So despite that name, it is not remotely related to a chicken.
Wait, really?
It's actually
It's
from
not
a family
chicken.
of waterfowl called rails. It's around 50 centimetres long, tips the scales at 1.5 kilos, and importantly, cannot fly for shit.
Watch your jet!
In fact, it is completely flightless.
Like,
and that is a little bit of
completely?
an issue because this is Australia, where at any given point, this mobile KFC bucket is a rock's throw from a fucking snake.
Oh.
However, Sonic the Hedgehog didn't trade in that
Sonic the
pilot
Hedgehog!
license for nothing. See, they still have wings. They just don't use them to fly. They use them as a spoiler, because when threatened,
Huh?
they don't fuck off into the clouds. No, Hen Racer here just drops gear into first, punches the throttle, and fucking tears off at 52 kilometers
What?
an hour.
That's insane. They're like
I don't
road
think you
runners.
understand how fucking insane it is for something the size of a chihuahua to break the speed limit in a school zone. So let me make a comparison to Australia's other flightless bird, the one we lost to war to. Emus are 2 meters tall, and when they run, they cover 3 meters per step. That is a total of 6 whole native hens per single emu footstep. So you would assume the emu gaps the fucking hen, right?
They run really fast.
Wrong. Hen Verstappen and the war turkey are the same speed. How
They're the same speed? That's horrifying.
This isn't a snake. It's a bug.
Oh, it looks like a
This
snake.
is the very creatively named snake-headed caterpillar. Found
It's a
wriggling around in South
caterpillar.
America, and the reason they're dressed up like the average Australian resident is
It
to
looks
scare
so
people.
real.
See, caterpillars exist for exactly one reason: to spin up a cocoon and Pokemon evolve into a moth or butterfly. Now, in order to achieve this, they need to be not fucking dead, which is a little difficult when
that does help.
everything under the sun is trying to eat them. Birds, wasps, spiders, frogs, you name it, they all look at a caterpillar as the world's freest meal. I mean, it's basically a sentient, slow-moving hot dog with
That is true,
zero
that is true.
escape strategy. So, how does the very hungry caterpillar avoid the very hungry everything else?
Hello.
Well, some
Hello.
choose camouflage, others become more toxic than a league lobby, but the snakehead chose cosplay. Well, if you want to get technical, the scientific term is mimicry. As we've established, caterpillars are weak, light work for their predators. You know what isn't light work? A fucking snake. Which is why when threatened, these little guys will force air and blood into their head, causing it to inflate. They then shake
Like
that
a pee-pee.
in the air, perfectly mimicking a venomous snake. Whatever was about to eat them sees their free meal turn into fucking rattlesnake Jake, becomes shit scared, and runs the fuck away.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
You know, now that I'm thinking about it,
That's
its
crazy.
entire defense is just becoming a scary, wacky, waving tube man.
It really is. It's wait, like so the head of the snake is their head.
Australia doesn't have the Easter Bunny.
Wait, it
We have
doesn't?
this thing.
Who's that Pokemon?
You see, after the first Easter Bunny was clapped by a snake 5 minutes into his down under egg run,
That's the
Oh.
cutest fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh.
his replacement took one look at Australia, said, and I quote, "Fuck that," which is why we have the Easter Bilby.
The Easter Bilby!
Yes,
Oh, it's so
this cute little
cute.
kangaroo rat is a real animal.
The kangaroo
and he
rat?
is way better suited to the job than that fuck-ass rabbit. First off, bilbies are marsupials, which means they've got a pouch for carrying around their kids like a kangaroo. But the mobile daycare also gives them extra inventory slots for Easter eggs, compared to the rabbit, who I can only assume is hiding the eggs up his fucking ass. They can also deliver you chocolate across the Australian desert without dying in the heat. Because those big-ass Dumbo ears basically work as a car radiator, dissipating their body heat in order to cool them off in God's air fryer.
Goes to show. Oh, I'm burning! I'm burning!
But most importantly, the Easter Bilby is doing his part to save his species. Here's a fun fact for you. In Australia, rabbits are cunts.
You can't just jump out here.
They are an invasive species, and they fuck up the environment by mowing down all the food meant for native animals. On top of this, they break into bilby burrows and steal them. That, coupled with being hunted by invasive foxes and feral cats, mean the greater bilby is critically in danger. The real reason the Easter bilby exists is to raise awareness for this,
Aww.
with a chunk of the cash made from selling bilby chocolates being donated
Wait, I want a
to
bilby
save
chocolate.
the species. Unlike that bunny who charges me $15 fucking for a rabbit and tells me to fuck myself.
Oh my god. I am never gonna financially recover from this.
So, in conclusion,
Easter bilby.
that greedy colonising rabbit, the bilby clears.